Today, I am going to be doing a preview for Hendrick Motorsports in 2021 and going through all four drivers that will be driving for the team overall in 2021, talk about each of the drivers, and we're also going to talk about a lot of the other factors for Hendrick Motorsports going forward into the future as well. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to another video. We're going to first start off with one of the obvious things. Hendrick Motorsports and ECR, the engine factors, are going to be working together officially in 2021 to combine with one engine, which I think is going to overall help Hendrick Motorsports improve on their performance, which helped Chase Elliott as well win the 2020 championship with the Hendrick and ECR components. Chevy looks to be really fast going forward in 2021. Hendrick Motorsports, I think, has their best lineup in a very long time. A very talented lineup as some of their drivers get older, and they pick up a race car driver that, while they had issues off the racetrack on iRacing, they have picked up a driver that I think could really help this organization going forward on the talent spectrum. We're going to talk about all four drivers. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. The first driver we're going to, of course, talk about is 2020 NASCAR Cup Series and defending NASCAR Cup Series champion, Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott is coming off of a very strong season, scoring 5 victories in the 2020 season, and he also went on to defeat drivers like Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, and Denny Hamlin to win the championship at Phoenix and won his first ever championship of possibly many in his NASCAR Cup Series career. I really think 2021 for Chase Elliott is going to be very strong for many reasons. The first thing is the road courses. Chase Elliott is arguably the king of road courses. He's gone 3 or 4 straight in the road courses, and I think with how good of a driver he is on road courses, with there being 7 road courses in 2021, I think Chase Elliott can arguably win 4 or even 5 of them for sure. He may end up winning all 7 for all we know, but I think Chase Elliott will at least win 4 of the 7 road course races in 2021. And with him and Alan Gustafson, they've been gelling together over the last couple years. I think that's going to help Chase Elliott going forward. I think with also how good he is on short tracks as well, I think Chase Elliott is going to perform very well in 2021. I think he has a really good shot of going back-to-back in the NASCAR Cup Series Championship. In fact, I do think Chase Elliott will go back-to-back in championships for the first time since the playoff format is around. Look at the tracks he's really strong at, like Martinsville, Charlotte Roval in the playoffs. I think he'll go win there as well. Chase Elliott, I think, could score up to 8 or 9 victories in 2021. But I think in 2021, Chase Elliott is going to be a force to be reckoned with once again. He'll have to beat guys like Kevin Hart, but I think by the end of 2021, Chase Elliott is going to be a guy to beat going forward in 2021. The second driver we're going to talk about is Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman will be moving from the 88 car over to the 48 car because Allied Bank, which is a sponsor of Jimmy Johnson, was looking for another driver to be clean cut as he had a sponsorship extension through 2023. Alex Bowman, unlike Kyle Larson, is very clean. Allied did not want a driver like Kyle Larson. They were looking for a driver like Alex Bowman. So this is technically still the 88 team. There's just a number change because gray guys will also still be working with Alex Bowman in 2021. I really think Alex Bowman is a very talented driver. I think he really proved it over the last couple years, taking over Dale Jr. Dale Jr. showed a lot of praise toward Alex Bowman. I think Alex Bowman in 2021 will have a very strong and solid year. I think a round of 8 is where he's going to end up finishing in the points, which is still a really good season overall. I think 1 or 2 wins for Alex Bowman is definitely not out of the cards for Alex Bowman in 2021. I think he's going to also be really consistent. I think he'll get quite a few top 5s, quite a few top 10s, and I think he'll have a really solid year overall, getting a couple of victories. I look at Talladega being a race where he can honestly win it. I think he'll be also really strong on the 1.5 mile racetracks, and maybe on the 2 mile racetracks as well. I think that's where Alex Bowman could really shine. I think in 2021, Alex Bowman will be very tough to beat, and I think he's going to do very well in 2021. The third driver we're going to talk about is a driver that is coming back after being gone for quite some time. We're going to talk about Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson is taking over, instead of having number 48 and not driving number 88, Kyle Larson will drive the iconic number 5 car in 2021, and this is technically the 48 team. So he is technically replacing Jimmy Johnson in 2021, as he will be have Cliff Daniels as his crew chief in 2021. Now, he will not be working with Earl Barber in 2021, as Earl Barber moved over to the IndyCar Series to crew chief for Jimmy Johnson, to be the engineer for Jimmy Johnson. Will actually be working with Jimmy Johnson's spotter in IndyCar, I should say, in 2021. So he'll be moving over to IndyCar to help Tony Kanaan and Jimmy Johnson in 2020. He'll be working Chris Moniz, who was Ty Dillon's spotter in 2021 in the NASCAR Cup Series when he was the spotter for Ty Dillon at the number 13 team. This is one thing for Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, I think this is the best opportunity Kyle Larson has ever had. I think after how well he was in the Dirt Series, I think he's going to really, really shine in 2020 as this is his best opportunity. No offense to the Chip Ganassi racing cars, but I think the Chip Ganassi cars are overall just not as good as the Hendrick Motorsports cars. I think the Hendrick cars overall are very, very, very strong, and I think they're going to be very, very fast in 2020. Not saying the Chip Ganassi cars could also improve with the Hendrick and ECR upgrades, but I think that with this, Kyle Larson could honestly win up to 4 or 5 races. I think Larson will definitely win at least 2. I look at Homestead being a really strong track for Kyle Larson. Larson's come so close to winning at that track, and I think in 2020 he can honestly win at Homestead. It'll be very, very early, and I think it could take time overall for Kyle Larson to really, really improve. But I think by the end of 2021, Kyle Larson is going to be a really big force to reckon with. I think he's going to be very fast going forward in 2021. The one issue for Kyle Larson is sponsorship. If you've seen the images of the cars that have come forward for Kyle Larson, you notice on the cars that they've released for the merchandise that has been released, you notice that all the cars are blank. Kyle Larson is going to have a lot of hard, difficult time with sponsorship at the beginning, as HendrickCars.com will probably sponsor Kyle Larson, and Rick Hendrick will basically be paying out of pocket for Kyle Larson in 2021. I think if Kyle Larson's performances are well and he continues to do what he's done off the racetrack and keep a clean-cut image and do what he has to do, I think Kyle Larson will have a very, very strong season. If he does very well in 2021, I think sponsors will come flocking. I think one of the major reasons possibly why Kyle Larson has really not had any sponsors is technically Kyle Larson is still suspended. He's very close to getting reinstated. As of right now, there's only about 2 or 3 days before Kyle Larson does get reinstated back in the sport. And probably while some of you are watching this, he probably has been reinstated back in the sport. But I think Kyle Larson overall, if he does very, very well, sponsors could come in. But if Kyle Larson, if he doesn't have any sponsors after 2021, he could, in my opinion, be struggling to, stay in the Cup Series if sponsors don't start flocking him. Hendrick Motorsports for 1 or 2 years could really afford to have Kyle Larson on the team, but if he doesn't start bringing sponsorship as the year goes on, that could be a thing that hurts Kyle Larson. But I think with how good Larson is, I think sponsors will eventually come flocking him, especially because of a clean-cut image. Larson, I think, will end up bringing some sponsors to the table going forward in 2021. The final driver we're going to talk about on this team is William Byron. I think William Byron is arguably the worst driver on the Hendrick Motorsports team. I think he's just a little bit off of the 3 other drivers of Larson, Bowman, and Elliott. I think those 3 are in a zip code of their own together. I think Byron's just a little bit off those guys. I don't think he has reached that level yet. Yes, he did get his first career win at Daytona last year in 2020. But to be truthfully honest with you guys, I think William Byron he needs someone he can really work with. And I think that person he's going to be working with, he's working with someone in 2021 that has a lot of talent as a crew chief and someone he's worked with in the past. He worked with this crew chief in 2016 in NASCAR Truck Series. He'll be working with Rudy Fiegel in 2021. The one thing for William Byron has to start showing, though, in 2021 is he's got to start performing under a lot of high pressure. And he had a few top 5s in 2021, but like I said, he was the worst of the 4 drivers at Hendrick Motorsports, in my honest opinion, 2020. Yes, Jimmy Johnson did make the plus, but Jimmy Johnson also had some better performances overall than William Byron did in 2020, but I haven't seen much from William Byron the last couple of years. I think in 2019 he had a decent year. 2020, again, he didn't get his first top 5, guys, so all the way back at Dover. That's how long it took him to get a top 5. But he then all of a sudden started becoming consistent. I think it could help that him and Rudy Fiegel have worked together. I think that could help William Byron going forward in 2021. But I think William Byron 2021, this is the year where he's got to start showing it. It's his 4th full-time Cup Series season, and with only 1 win. And only his contract going through 2022. One of these years, he's got to start showing something. He's got to start showing how good of a driver he is. I think William Byron is a very talented driver. I think he is a very good driver. But if William Byron does not start proving himself over the next couple of years, again, he's still very young, so he does have time to improve going forward. But if William Byron does not get a few wins here, there, and then, he doesn't start showing more consistency and doesn't start winning more races, I think in the future he could be out of Hendrick Motorsports if he doesn't start performing. But he's got time to do. He's got a few years to really prove. But I think 2021 is got to be a year where he really shows up. And I think Rudy Fiegel can really help William Byron. I think with the no practice and qualifying, I think it did hurt William Byron, though. That's just my opinion on that. So anyway, that's a little bit of a preview for Hendrick Motorsports in 2021. I think this team will be very, very tough to beat in 2021. And I think going forward, this is going to be a very fun to watch how Hendrick Motorsports is going to do in 2021. So, anyway, that is going to be for today's NASCAR video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel, notifications so you can be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, links description below, and also support me on Patreon as well. Links description below for that. And comment your thoughts on today's video. How do you think Hendrick Motorsports is going to perform in 2021? Do you think this team is going to struggle in 2021? Or do you think that this team will have a lot of success going forward in 2021? Let me know in comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you like so YouTube can recommend more of these great videos out to you guys. If you do that, I would truly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for a great 2020. It's been a great year overall, and I'll see you guys in 2021. Take care, everybody.